Imagine this: a void of nothingness, no air to breathe, no ground to walk on, no warmth to cradle existence, just an infinite expanse of cold, silent darkness. A vast, cosmic canvas waiting for a masterpiece to emerge. And then, as if from thin air, it happened. A spark, a whisper of chaos in the abyss. From this whisper, a world unlike any other would be born. But how? How did this miraculous cradle of life, our Earth, come into being? The answer lies in a story of fire and fury, of collisions and chaos, of beauty rising from destruction. Prepare yourself, for this is no ordinary tale. It is the ultimate creation story. In the beginning, there was nothing but dust, a swirling, chaotic dance of particles scattered across the young universe. The stage was set for the most remarkable story ever told, the birth of everything we know. Billions of years ago, long before our Earth took shape, the universe was a violent and untamed expanse. Stars were born in fiery explosions called supernovae, only to collapse into their deaths, unleashing torrents of energy and scattering the raw materials of existence across the cosmos. From the ashes of these ancient stars came the elements that form the very foundation of life: carbon, oxygen, silicon, and iron. These were the building blocks of planets, moons, and eventually, living organisms. Without these cosmic ancestors, Earth could never have existed. But the story of Stardust was only the beginning. The universe had far greater plans in store. Approximately 4.6 billion years ago, in the heart of an unremarkable galaxy we now call the Milky Way, something extraordinary began to unfold. A massive cloud of gas and dust, what scientists refer to as a solar nebula, started to collapse under its own gravity. This wasn't a calm or orderly process. Imagine a colossal, turbulent cloud, stretching for light years, swirling in every direction. This was a cosmic maelstrom, a spinning disk of chaos, and at its center, pressure and heat began to rise. As the nebula collapsed, most of its material was drawn to the center, where it formed a protostar. This embryonic star, still gathering mass, would eventually ignite into the sun, a blazing furnace of nuclear fusion that would anchor the solar system. Around this central inferno, the remaining gas and dust flattened into a vast, spinning disk. Within this disk, small grains of material began to collide and stick together, forming clumps that grew into larger and larger bodies. These were the seeds of planets. For Earth, the journey was just beginning. In this swirling disk of creation, countless collisions took place. Some were gentle, allowing particles to merge and grow. Others were cataclysmic, shattering protoplanets into fragments. Over millions of years, these fragments coalesced into larger planetary embryos. Earth was one of them, and its early days were anything but peaceful. The young planet was a molten ball, bombarded relentlessly by asteroids and comets. These impacts generated immense heat, keeping the surface in a molten state and contributing vital elements to Earth's composition. One of the most significant events in Earth's early history was the collision with a Mars-sized body often referred to as Theia. This cataclysmic impact, occurring around 4.5 billion years ago, reshaped the planet. The debris ejected from the collision eventually coalesced to form the Moon. This wasn't merely a cosmic accident. The Moon would go on to play a crucial role in stabilizing Earth's axial tilt, leading to the relatively stable climate patterns that would make life possible billions of years later. As Earth cooled, its surface solidified into a crust, and volcanic activity released gases trapped within the planet. This outgassing created a primitive atmosphere, composed mainly of water vapor, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. There was no oxygen yet. The air was toxic by today's standards, but the stage was set for another transformation. Water, essential for life as we know it, began to accumulate. Some of it likely came from volcanic activity, while comets and asteroids may have delivered additional water during their collisions with the planet. Oceans began to form, covering much of Earth's surface and setting the stage for the next act in this grand cosmic drama. Meanwhile, deep within Earth's interior, something remarkable was happening. The heavier elements, such as iron and nickel, sank to the planet's core, creating a molten metallic heart. This core generated a magnetic field, shielding the young planet from harmful solar winds and cosmic radiation. Without this protective shield, Earth's atmosphere might have been stripped away, leaving it barren and lifeless. As millions of years turned into billions, the quiet forces of geology and chemistry worked their magic. Plate tectonics reshaped the surface, creating continents and ocean basins. Volcanoes spewed lava and gases, while erosion and sedimentation sculpted the land. In the oceans, simple chemical compounds began to interact, forming more complex molecules. These were the precursors to life. Somewhere, perhaps in a sunlit tidal pool or near a hydrothermal vent deep beneath the ocean, the first self-replicating molecules emerged. These humble beginnings marked the dawn of biology, an entirely new chapter in Earth's story. Over time, life would transform the planet. Early microorganisms capable of photosynthesis began to release oxygen into the atmosphere. This great oxidation event, occurring around 2.5 billion years ago, was a turning point. Oxygen built up in the atmosphere and oceans, paving the way for more complex life forms. From simple single-celled organisms, life diversified into a dazzling array of plants, animals, and fungi. Ecosystems emerged, flourished, and evolved in response to Earth's ever-changing environment. But let's not forget the broader context. Earth's story is inextricably linked to the cosmos. The sun's energy drives our climate and weather. The moon's gravitational pull influences tides and stabilizes Earth's rotation. Even distant stars have left their mark, scattering elements like gold and uranium during their explosive deaths, which eventually found their way into our planet's crust. The universe, vast and ancient, is woven into the very fabric of our existence. Today, as we gaze up at the night sky, we're reminded of our origins. Every atom in our bodies, every breath we take, every thought we think, owes its existence to events that began billions of years ago in the heart of collapsing stars. Earth's journey from stardust to a vibrant living world is a testament to the profound interconnectedness of all things. And as we continue to explore the cosmos, we carry with us the knowledge that we are not merely inhabitants of this planet, but participants in a story that spans the entire universe. Countless particles of dust colliding, merging, and growing, like tiny embers fusing into a roaring fire. Over millions of years, these fragments coalesced into larger and larger bodies, drawn together by the invisible force of gravity. This was no gentle process, it was a cosmic battlefield. The young Earth, still a molten ball of fire, grew amidst violent collisions with other protoplanets and asteroids. These impacts were cataclysmic, releasing unimaginable energy and heat. One such collision would forever change Earth's destiny. A Mars-sized object, hurtling through space, slammed into the young planet with apocalyptic force. The impact was so immense that it blasted a chunk of Earth into space, giving birth to the moon. Yes, our moon, the silent guardian of the night, was forged from destruction, a constant reminder of Earth's violent beginnings. But Earth was far from the blue jewel we know today. Its surface was a hellscape, molten lava oceans, poisonous gases, and relentless asteroid bombardments. It was a planet in turmoil, a fiery crucible of creation. Yet amid this chaos, something miraculous was happening. The heavy materials, iron and nickel, sank to the core, creating Earth's molten heart. Lighter elements like silicon and oxygen floated to the surface, forming the crust. And then, slowly but surely, the planet began to cool. Volcanoes spewed gases into the air, creating a primitive atmosphere. But wait, no oxygen, no blue skies. This was a suffocating cocktail of carbon dioxide, methane, and ammonia. It was an alien world, unrecognizable and inhospitable. Then came the next great mystery: water, the elixir of life. Where did it come from? Some scientists believe that water was delivered to Earth by icy comets, traveling billions of miles to crash land here. Others argue that it bubbled up from deep within the planet itself. Either way, water began to collect, forming vast oceans. Imagine standing on this young Earth, watching the first drops of rain hiss as they hit the still scorching surface. These waters would one day cradle life, but for now they were just another piece of the puzzle. Over millions of years, Earth transformed. Plate tectonics reshaped its surface, creating towering mountains and deep oceans. The atmosphere evolved, thanks to tiny microorganisms that began releasing oxygen, a byproduct of photosynthesis. These humble life forms paved the way for complex life, turning Earth into a paradise teeming with diversity. And what about Earth's size? At approximately 12,742 kilometers in diameter, it's not the largest planet in our solar system, but it's just the right size to hold on to its life-sustaining atmosphere. Its materials? A delicate balance of metals and minerals, forged in the hearts of dying stars and scattered across the cosmos. But let us not forget, Earth's journey was not one of destiny but of chance. A planet born from thin air, from the chaos of the cosmos. A planet that survived countless cataclysms, from asteroid impacts to ice ages, to become the cradle of humanity. It is a fragile masterpiece, hanging by a thread in the vast expanse of space. And here we are, billions of years later, walking on this improbable world, breathing its air, drinking its water, and marveling at its beauty. A planet that began as a swirling cloud of dust and gas now holds the dreams and hopes of billions of souls. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Our Earth was born from nothing but chaos, forged in the fires of destruction and shaped by the hand of chance. But what of its future? Could it all vanish as quickly as it came? The answers lie in the stars, waiting for us to uncover them. Until then, cherish this miracle beneath your feet, for it is not just our home. It is our legacy, our story, written in the language of the universe. The question remains, how long will the masterpiece endure?